Vitalik says his Ethereum influence is decreasing as ETH approaches the merge. CL rallies after Celsius asks court to let it return $50 million in crypto. Gareth Soloway reveals a profitable setup for Matic. Crypto.com Champions League sponsorship falls through. Microstrategy calls DC lawsuit false. Japanese regulator wats to reform tax laws for investors. 16 arrested in South Korea over trading violations. Ted Horowitz says central bank digital currencies will violate user privacy. Thailand mandates warnings on crypto ads. Binance under investigation by the Department of Justice. Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Crypto. We are back with some super interesting news for you guys, but before we get into the video, let's see where the fear and greed index is at. As of recording this video, it is sitting at 25, which is much better than 20 from the day before. This is because Bitcoin is bouncing and investors' confidence is becoming better. Currently, Bitcoin and Ethereum are trading for $20,200 and $16.23 respectively. With that being said, let's continue with the news. The co-founder of the Ethereum blockchain, Vitalik, reaffirms that his influence over the network has been waning over the past 2 years as many new engineers have taken on numerous responsibilities as the blockchain moves closer to the merge. But stated that he has long wished for Ethereum to develop into an ecosystem where my influence can reduce solely because so many other fantastic voices start to flourish and express themselves in an interview with economics blogger Noah Smith. In 2015, I essentially carried out 80% of the Ethereum research and carried out a sizable portion of the Python development. In 2017, I probably handled 70% of the research but considerably less of the coding. I was probably only completing about a third of the research and very little code by the year 2020. Still, the majority of the high-level theorizing was being done by me. However, even high-level thinking has been gradually but steadily eluding me over the past 2 years, he was reported as saying. Celsius has been embroiled in protracted legal battles with a bankruptcy court in the Southern District of New York since filing for bankruptcy in the summer. The firm's assets and the numerous debtors waiting to learn what will happen to the money they have locked up in Celsius programs will finally be decided by the court. The most recent hearing took place yesterday and lasted 3 hours. Parties debated whether or not to seal creditor information during the proceedings and address the types of account holders who might be permitted to withdraw funds. Celsius, on the other hand, has requested that the court first permit it to pay its debts to a portion of its custodial clients. Although it appears that there is some debate over precisely whose clients would be qualified to make withdrawals, the company requests approval to release to a select group of custody account holders tokens valued at between $50 million and $56 million. According to reports, major cryptocurrency platform Crypto.com withdrew from what may have been one of the biggest sponsorship deals for the Champions League ever after last-minute negotiations with the Union of European Football Associations broke down. After the organization rejected Gazprom as the event's sponsor in March owing to its ties to Vladimir Putin's administration attacking Ukraine, the cryptocurrency platform was preparing to take its place. The new agreement was for 5 seasons at a price of €500 million for each season. The tax fraud case against the IT company Microstrategy and its former CEO Michael Saylor has been announced publicly by the Attorney General of the District of Columbia. The company, however, referred to the lawsuit as false and vowed to fight strongly against what it termed overreach. A leading example of a business investing in Bitcoin is Microstrategy, which owns a large portion of its balance sheet in Bitcoin. In the meantime, Saylor has emerged as one of the most outspoken BTC proponents on social media. He just retired from his position as CEO and is now the company's chairman. The Financial Service Agency, the country's chief financial regulator, has made it clear that it is willing to change the tax laws that control how businesses and their investors are taxed while engaging in transactions involving cryptocurrencies. The measures are in reaction to Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's pro-IT sector growth initiative, who has frequently asserted that Web3-related industries have the potential to catalyze an economic recovery. Kishida has also argued in favor of revisiting the tax regulations governing cryptocurrencies this year. Many Japanese businesses are reportedly looking to relocate abroad, according to critics, some of whom are prominent lawmakers, who claim that this is because of Japan's onerous tax rules, which want to tax cryptocurrency as income rather than as a capital gain for individuals. crypto is frequently taxed for businesses under the laws governing corporate taxes. Ted Horowitz talks about why he thinks CBDCs are useless for the average consumer. Central bank digital currencies are something which many governments are trying to get in on. China has already started using a digital yuan, while India and Canada are developing the required infrastructure. A digital fiat currency sounds good on paper, but according to Ted, it will take away the little bit privacy that people had when it came to spending their cash, because now the government can track down transactions till the last cent. CBDCs serve the exact opposite purpose of what decentralized cryptocurrencies aim to achieve. Authorities in South Korea have pounced on alleged kimchi premium traffickers, making 16 arrests connected to cryptocurrency transactions worth almost $1.4 billion. The people were all detained by customs officers in Seoul, according to Newsys, KBS, and No Cut News, with 2 cases already being forwarded to prosecutors. Not every one of the 16 is thought to be a traitor. Some could be brokers or middlemen. Numerous people who were detained are still being questioned by police, and it has not yet been decided whether or not their cases should be referred to the prosecution service. People have already received fines. According to the Foreign Exchange Transactions Act, everyone was detained. Financial regulators are reportedly looking into all of the main commercial banks in the country for possible incompetence. They assert that the entire amount of illicit kimchi premium trade through South Korean banks may reach $6.5 billion. Though the exact figure will probably be reduced after the regulators' audits are finished. The Securities and Exchange Commission of Thailand said in a statement that cryptocurrency ads in the country must disclose any potential hazards of investing in the young asset class. The Southeast Asian countries' crypto enterprises are required to report to the SEC all information regarding their advertising and related expenditures, including any partnerships with influencers and bloggers, the regulator said. According to the SEC, ads for digital assets currently only include positive information and do not include any warnings about the significant volatility of cryptocurrencies. According to the market watchdog, cryptocurrency advertisements can only be seen on a company's official channels. The SEC stated that businesses had 1 month to comply with the new regulations, after receiving criticism for failing to protect local investors of ZipMex, a regulated cryptocurrency exchange that temporarily blocked withdrawals in July. The Thai government has tightened its control of digital assets. Gareth Soloway shares a potentially profitable setup in this next clip.
And this is one of the things that I've liked about Matic is that it has held up better, right? So we see Bitcoin testing the 19.5-ish area, only a 2,000 off of the 17.5 recent low. And I know I have a lot of charts, lines on here, but what I like is that you're way off the lows on Matic, on Polygon. And that's actually a short-term positive. It doesn't mean you won't fall, but what I would do is I would look to buy, and I'm going to erase some of these lines so we can, and this is a level I will actually look to purchase Polygon at, this line right here. And again, I'm going to get rid of some of these other ones so people don't get confused. But basically, you get back a retrace here. I think it's a very attractive trend line. And again, for me, this is right around the 63-cent marker. So if you can get a fall into that, I'd be a buyer at 63 cents.
Since all cryptocurrencies are up considerably from the latest lows, Matic has been performing exceptionally as it moved much higher. However, this means it is due for a correction, which means there's an opportunity to make some good money if Matic is able to bounce off the support of 60 cents. The Department of Justice is looking into Binance, which by volume is the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. The federal government is looking into possible violations of U.S. anti-money laundering laws by Binance.com. The DOJ requested Binance to produce internal information about how the company makes sure platform users don't launder money by the end of 2020, according to Reuters. According to a formal request cited by the news source, the DOJ also asked for CEO Changpeng CZ Zhao's private conversations. Federal authorities specifically request that Binance provide them with communications between Zhao and 12 other executives and partners regarding the identification of unlawful activities. Thank you for watching. Like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest market news and events.